student! If you are studying alone and at this moment you feel like you're losing motivation, watch this video because tonight I'm going to show you 3 tips that are gonna help you get over that. Coming up. Hey friends, Teacher Prix here to help you talk to anyone, anywhere, anytime in English. First of all, thank you so much for joining. Every week I have many different kinds of English lessons to help you become a better and more confident English speaker, so consider subscribing because there's always something nice for you here. Anyway, my friends, tonight we are going to talk about how to stay motivated when you are studying English alone. And you know, this is a very interesting subject because every now and then I get this question from followers, from subscribers, because guys, believe it or not, this is a very common thing. So if you are going through this, if you are feeling demotivated, first thing, take it easy because this is going to happen to most people who study alone or not. Okay, people who study by having a private tutor or a private teacher may have this problem as well. And let me tell you another thing. Guys, we're human beings. Everybody goes through this, whether it's about English or about work, about their lives. We all have a moment when we go through demotivation. So it's part of the game. Sometimes we are working hard, but we don't see the results, or there are many other external factors. Maybe there's something going on in your life right now, and because of that, we tend to feel a little tired, we lose energy, and we lose focus. So I think that if you study alone, it's even more important for you to always remind yourself that this is going to happen. No matter how positive you are, no matter how disciplined you are, no matter how awesome you are, you will lose motivation from time to time. That being said, the first tip that I want to share with you tonight is understand your why. What? Understand my why? What is that, teacher? I'll explain. Guys, I don't know for how long you've been studying English. Maybe 2 months, maybe 3 years, maybe 10 years. But at some point, you're going to feel down. You're going to feel like nothing is working out. So in those moments, it is important to remind yourself of why you started studying. What is your goal? What are you trying to achieve through English? What is English going to bring to your life? These are important things to think about because the moment when we lose motivation or when we are feeling down, we need to remember why we started in the first place. There's probably a very important reason for you that will help you keep going. And sometimes throughout our English studies and life, we forget. It's not that we completely forget, but we don't think about it anymore. So whenever I lose my motivation, whenever I feel a little down and a little low energy, I start to think about why I got started in the first place. And this is gonna help you keep going. Reminding yourself of the dreams you have, of the goals you have, of the life you want that depends on English for it to happen. So understanding your why and reminding yourself during the tough days, during tough times when you feel demotivated, will help you stay on track and will help you persist. Because the truth is, and I'm going to talk about this in tip number 2, you can't wait for motivation to come. And now, tip number 2, don't wait for motivation to come. That is exactly what I just said. Now, this may sound a little bit counterintuitive, okay? Like, wow. I want to be motivated and you tell me not to wait for motivation? Yes. Guys, as I said at the beginning of this lesson, we're human beings. We don't always feel good. Sometimes we do things we don't want to do because we remember the benefits that doing that thing will bring us. So when I say don't wait for motivation to come, it is counterintuitive, but at the end of the day, this is going to help you throughout the tough times. Because if we constantly wait to feel good, to do things, oh my goodness, we're not going to be very productive people. Because I don't know about you, but I don't feel good all the time. I don't feel good every day. And when I say I don't feel good every day, I'm not being a negative person here, okay? But there are some days when we are not at our best. We don't feel that great. So does that mean that on those days I'm gonna drop it all and I'm gonna do anything else, and forget about English? No. I will remind myself of my why, and if on that day I'm supposed to study, I will work on it. I will do my job. I will do my part. So not waiting for motivation to come means I'll do my part no matter what. And this is a commitment. And there is a trick there. When you do something in spite of feeling demotivated, motivation comes. That's why I say it is counterintuitive. So on the days you're feeling extremely demotivated, if you just let go and sit down, do nothing, and completely ignore English, this feeling will grow. It's not gonna shrink, it's gonna grow. But if you fight this feeling, this negative feeling of, oh my God, I'm not motivated. If you fight this and you follow simple tips, simple exercises to study English, to work on your English, motivation will soon return and get back to where it was. That's why I say it's counterintuitive, because if you wait for motivation to come, your energy is not going to change. Your motivation will return to you based on the actions you take. So if you do nothing, if you take no action whatsoever, your demotivation will continue. Now, to help you with this tip number 3 is important. Actually, these 3 things, they are linked and they will really help you work on your motivation, which is develop good study habits. Now, you reminded yourself of why you're studying English and you remembered your dreams and your goals and the things you want to do. Okay, now you are not going to wait for motivation to come because actions cause reactions, movement, feeling. So by doing something, motivation will come. But if you don't know what you have to do, it can get quite difficult to feel motivated to do something. And I believe this is the key problem with English learners, because they don't know what exactly they need to do to feel motivated. They don't take any action. And because they don't take any action, they don't get out of this loop of feeling demotivated. So when you establish good study habits, strong study habits, it'll get easier for you to keep going when your motivation is low, okay? So when your motivation goes away, only strong study habits will make you stick to the plan and keep going. I study alone and I don't always feel motivated. Sometimes I don't want to study, or for certain periods of time, I feel like nothing is working the way I wanted it to work. But in those moments, I know that by following my study plan, my study routine, it's easier because I don't need to think of what I have to do. I already know the plan. I already have the plan. Not feeling motivated will happen. But if you don't have a strong study habit that will support you on those days, it will be very difficult for you to take action. And remember, action is an important element if you want to feel motivated again. People don't feel motivated by doing nothing. Well, here I'm talking about improving their English and studying English. So just doing nothing will not help you get back in the game. So if you want to be in the game, or at least get back in the game of feeling good about yourself, a study routine will help you stay on track even if you're not feeling it, okay? Because this happens to me. Sometimes I'm feeling a little bad, or, I'm not feeling good about myself, and it happens. I just follow the plan. I just follow the study plan, I get the job done, and slowly I get back to feeling motivated about studying because I never stopped. I think the worst thing you can do when you're feeling demotivated is to completely stop what you're doing. Getting back on track and feeling motivated again will not happen if you sit around and do nothing. So following a good plan will help you stay on track, will help you find your motivation. Okay? I think these ideas I'm sharing with you tonight are connected because of this. You need to remind yourself of why you're studying. Why is English relevant in your life? What are you trying to achieve? Number two, you need to go and do something. Nike, just do it. Counterintuitive. Don't wait for motivation to come, because to feel motivated, you need action. However, taking action when you are alone can be tricky, because usually when we're feeling demotivated, it's because we're not following a good plan, a good study plan. So you see, if I could summarize the tips here, take a look at your study plan, because that could be impacting your motivation levels. Because at the end of the day, what's going to make you continue is knowing that you have a plan to follow. That even on the bad days when you're not feeling good about yourself, you know exactly what you have to do. And by keeping on moving, by keep on taking action, motivation will soon return, because everything shall pass. The good, the bad, and the ugly. So that's my tip for you guys tonight. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button. Other than that, I'll see you next time. Bye!